Have you ever seen a jewel take flight? A flash of emerald and ruby, suspended in midair. A living miracle that weighs less than a coin. We see the hummingbird, and we see a marvel of tireless energy. But if we watch closer, we see a blueprint for a better life. Its wings beat so fast, they become a blur, a humming sound. The sound of hard work made visible. The hummingbird's metabolism is so incredibly high. It is always just hours away from starvation. So it never stops. It moves from flower to flower, a relentless pursuit of the small opportunities that mean survival. It doesn't wait for a giant garden to bloom all at once. It visits one flower, then the next stem, the next. Each sip of nectar, a tiny victory. A single drop is not enough to sustain it, but the accumulation of hundreds of drops. That is the secret to its life. It teaches us that success is rarely a single, grand event. It is the disciplined collection of small, consistent efforts. The early morning you spent learning a new skill, that was one flower. The extra phone call you made to a client, that was another. We must honor the small efforts, for they are the only things that build a great life. But here is where the story deepens. For all its fierce independence, the hummingbird understands a profound truth. It knows that some challenges are too big to face alone. Imagine a hawk, circling high above, a shadow of death, drifting near a nesting site, to a single hummingbird. This predator is an impossible foe. A battle would be over in a second, but what happens next is extraordinary. One hummingbird sounds a sharp, chittering alarm. And then, a spark. Another, a cascade of tiny, iridescent furies erupts from the trees. They swarm the hawk. They don't fight with brute force te avenone. They fight with agility, with speed, and with numbers. They dive and harass, a dizzying, coordinated dance of defiance. They become a single, unified weapon. The hawk, confused and overwhelmed, eventually gives up and flies away. This is not just a battle for a nest. It is a masterclass in strategy. Think of the small startup taking on a corporate giant. They aren't stronger, but they are faster, more coordinated, and share a single, obsessive purpose. Think of a community coming together to build a park. One person with a shovel can do very little, but dozens of neighbors, each with their own small effort, can transform a wasteland. They face the large predator of urban decay, and they win. And they win. Our individual efforts are vital. They build our strength. But our greatest achievements come when we learn to fly together. So, how do we learn this? First, do your own work. Be the individual hummingbird, tirelessly visiting your own flowers. Sharpen your skills. Build your energy. Become reliable and strong. You cannot contribute to the flock if you cannot fly yourself. Second, know who flies with you. Look around you, at your colleagues, your family, your friends. These are the ones who will hear your call when the shadow appears. Build trust when the skies are clear, so you can rely on it when they darken. Finally, do not be afraid to call for help, and do not hesitate to answer the call of another. Recognize the challenge that is too big for one person. In these moments, you must trust the collective. Communicate, coordinate, and act as one. The hummingbird teaches us that true strength isn't just in the beat of our own wings. It is in the deafening sound they make when they fly together. It is a lesson written in the sky. A reminder that we are at our most powerful, not when we fly the highest alone, but when we rise together.